'tis the season to prepare for Christ, right? But it's also the season that things get really busy and crazy and you just want everything to slow down. So we are going to take some time to slow it down and get some exercise and some deep breaths. So welcome. And let's start out standing, spreading our toes apart. Notice any tension. Try to just breathe it out. Let's open our arms wide. Come, Holy Spirit. Reach your arms across, give yourself a hug. Pull your hands, like you're pulling apart your shoulder blades gently. Slowly open up wide again. Switch the arm that was on top and have a nice big grasp again, hugging yourself. Breathe out slowly. Let's take a nice deep breath in as we squat down and lift our arms up. Look up toward the heavens, toward God. Fingertips together. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and back and bring your arms wide. Tuck your chin back, like an exaggerated good posture. And shake your arms down. Let's go down into a lunge position. One leg down, but not quite touching, and hover there. Good posture up here, gently tightening in your core to stabilize. And just keep everything really sturdy. Let's do hands on hips. Again, nice deep breath. Let's do one more deep breath here. And then let's go back up and push through our heel to get a calf stretch. Again, keeping our balance here. Take your time to find the balance and breathe. Okay, now bringing that back leg up to find our balance on our front leg. Let's curl our hamstrings in the back leg. And again, just keeping your balance on your one foot, just nice and slow. We are not in a rush. We are going to just gently work our muscles. Okay, bringing that same leg forward now, keeping our balance, working up like a march. Nice and slow. Don't hold your breath. Okay, now let's go ahead and switch our lunging leg. And let's just go back down to hover and stabilize. Good posture and deep breaths. Okay, and then going up to get that back leg, a calf stretch. Again, just finding your balance. Okay, and then slowly up to balance and doing those hamstring curls at your own pace. Breathe out and and switch to the marches. Okay, let's just kind of gently, again, shake things out. Okay, again, picking a leg to stand on. We're going to do side hip abduction, or like a straight leg raise out to the side kind of thing. Okay, you should feel your buttocks working. So make sure your leg isn't coming forward. We already did the marches, so we don't want to work the front. We're gonna try to work the back. So you can be a little bit, bringing your leg a little bit back and then out to the side. Okay. And try, if you can, keep that other leg balanced. So you can touch down if you need to, but if you don't need to, keep balancing here. It doesn't have to be a huge motion, but we're just being focused on our balance, being present where we are, and breathing. Smile. You're doing great. You're here. That's the first step. Okay, let's switch legs. So just to remind you again, we're not working the front, we're working the side. It's okay to be back, extending your leg a little bit, but we're focusing mostly to the side. Keeping our balance and breathing. And maybe you lose your balance for a second, and that's okay. Just acknowledge that and move on. Okay. Now again, squatting as we breathe in. Breathe out as we go up, and then slowly curving our spine towards the ground. Our hands going towards our toes. You can get a gentle bend in your knees if you need to, and just let everything relax. Okay, now start to stabilize those muscles again. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and back, and then get your fingertips down to the ground. And walk your feet back for a tall plank. Okay? Squeeze your shoulder blades down and back, belly button to spine. Really nice and sturdy here. This might be a good time to pick a prayer, or to just focus on your breathing and just say, Jesus, I'm preparing myself for you. Be with me. Okay, good job. Let's go ahead and lower the knees. Maybe you're thinking, maybe you don't want time to go that slow when you're in a plank. But that was good. We gotta work the muscles. Okay, pushing some pressure through the tops of your feet, and again through your fingertips. Let's arch our backs up into a rainbow, remembering God's promise. And then go ahead and let your back sink down in a smile, because it makes us smile. Okay, let's curve up one more time. And then go ahead and bring our bottom back to our feet and reach our arms out. And take a nice big breath, and as you breathe out, just sink deeper, however it feels. If you need to spread your knees, if you need to just let your forehead rest, or maybe you need to move your arms, just find a comfortable stretch. Okay, let's go back to our knees and then bring our elbows to the mat and push up through your toes for now a plank on your elbows. So again, maybe you want to say an Our Father, a Hail Mary, or just try to let your worries go and focus on God. Okay, now let's let our hips sink to the ground to get a gentle stretch through our backs. Again, let's just take some deep breaths here. Try to let everything relax. Okay, now go ahead and turn onto your back. And let's cross the leg over into a figure 4 position and reach behind your thighs to again get a good stretch. I suspect you're hearing some background noise in my house. That's not so peaceful, but that's okay. Happy sounds, right? Feel free to put on some good Advent music. Nice, relaxing. Okay, let's go ahead and switch legs. Okay, now let's go ahead and tilt our hips to get a gentle contraction deep in our core as we lift our leg up and down, and then switch legs up and then down. Let's just alternate. Again, just go at your own pace. We're not going for speed here. We're just turning on our muscles and staying present. If you notice any tension in your neck, try to either relax, or if it helps you, you can gently pull your shoulder blades down and back. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring our knees up, straighten our legs out. They don't need to be fully straight, but just straighter. Okay, hands on the ground. Pay attention to your core and pay attention to your breathing. Do not hold your breath, but see if you can lower your legs while maintaining good core stability, no back pain. If you notice your back arching up, then I wouldn't go any further. But if you can bring your legs down and hold while stabilizing and breathing, you'll get a good core work here. If that is too much, you can always like lower one leg and do one leg at a time. Keep breathing, you got this. Okay, let's bend our knees back up. Nice deep breath. You can pull for a little gentle stretch there if you want. Even rock a little bit if it feels good. Okay, now let's do the same thing, and if you feel up to it, you can kind of pedal your legs a little bit. Again, not for speed, but just a little bit of gentle movement and noticing your core stabilizing while you're doing that. But don't hold that tension in your neck either. Okay, if you want to switch it up, you can kind of do like an overlap of your legs, like a half circle. Have circles with your legs, working your thighs a little bit, and breathe. So the lower you go, the more that's really gonna work your core. But if you feel like your back is wanting to lift off the ground, which mine definitely is wanting to do that, then bring it back up, okay? And you can even, you know, you could do this sort of thing too, more of a bicycle. So just kind of do what you feel like you're up for in this moment. And don't let your mind wander to those to-do lists. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on your form. Keep breathing. Okay, now relax. And let's pump up and down with your ankles a little bit. You can do some circles. Just get several on each ankle. Okay, and we'll do a couple more stretches and then we'll be done. You can get back to it on those to-do lists, but go ahead and sit up and bring one arm across your chest to get a good stretch on the outside of your arm. Relax your neck and shoulders. Okay, let's go ahead and switch. Okay, and then lastly, let's just do a couple neck stretches. So bringing your ear down towards your shoulder. Feel a good stretch. And think about how exciting it'll be when Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are here. All the to-dos will be done. Go ahead and switch. Well, maybe not all the to-dos, but at least the shopping, and hopefully you'll be able to focus on how awesome it is that Jesus came to us as a vulnerable little baby, but as our King. And with that, I will thank you and have a happy Advent.